Hey, welcome back to the Now We're Talkin Podcast. This is Chris Robbins, guy who normally hosts this podcast. Got a little bit of a different episode today. This is one that we recorded a couple months back, and we were kind of just messing around, practicing. We hadn't really relaunched Now We're Talking at the time, so we're kind of repurposing it. We had uploaded it in the past, but it's worth re-uploading under Now We're Talking. So just wanted to make a quick intro. Today it is myself, Jake, and Matt, and we actually got to do this one in person. So hope you enjoy.
Wear these at any time I can because they're so nice.
I've been thinking about pulling on them. I know they're expensive, but
My mom got them.
nice. I wanted to know that they were good before I spent that much
I
money
have
on
two pairs
pair
of the
shorts.
exact same ones because I
nice.
like them so much.
I once bought 2 pairs of the same pair of jeans because
Yeah, I've
like
done
them
that.
so much. I will buy more than one of the same pair of
Yeah,
jeans.
that's
I have
what
no
do.
qualms against that.
I have done that before.
The bird dog
Not gonna lie.
pants are actually
Are they good?
nice as well.
I've been thinking about getting some of those for work
Yeah.
because I need work
I
pants.
accidentally donated a pair of them to Goodwill, and
Oh,
boy,
no.
my mom got me those too. She was not happy when I told her.
Yeah.
I just shouldn't have told her.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Why did you tell her?
Because she was wondering why I wasn't wearing them.
Anyways, welcome to the
Anyway,
Now We're
welcome-
Talking podcast.
So what do you guys think about Joey King?
Yeah, wait, Joey.
I'm glad you brought
We
this
gotta talk
up.
about Joey King.
Do you think she's gonna listen to this?
I mean, yeah,
Someone send this to her.
we just tag her. She'll listen to it.
That
No,
works.
isn't that how it works?
That's how it works.
Oh, okay.
Why have a
I
tag?
honestly had no idea who that was,
Who? Oh yeah.
but now I know.
You haven't seen Kissing Booth 1 through 3?
No.
Missing out. I'm out.
Whoa.
Well, we had a good run.
We had a good run. It was over.
One of your door stoppers is missing the plastic part of it,
Yeah.
but I won't tell you
They pretty much all are.
Did you eat
where
it?
I put it.
Did you eat it?
It's a cat thing.
Oh really?
Yeah.
She's just got a collection.
Turns out those are really fun to play with. So
I mean, I have fun with them
yeah.
when I'm in timeout. No, I know. No.
What do you mean by that? Why don't you explain?
You want to
I'm
elaborate?
saying when I would be put in timeout as a child, I would play with the door stoppers.
They're fun to play with. You just ding them back and
See
forth.
what I mean?
And how does that make you feel?
Where'd you get
People are
those?
gonna love
We should really unpack that.
Yeah. How does that make you feel? Tell me more.
I
Tell me
think
about
about it a lot.
Gosh,
Which
this
is
is the
why
best podcast.
Which is why
People are
I
gonna
think about
love
it.
this. We should advertise.
Look how
this
big and
clip.
bold I am in this camera. I'm just right here. You like these tree trunks? Yeah, cut that out.
Yeah, it's staying in
The tree
100%.
That's staying in. Matt, stop taking
do like
the
this,
things
though.
off of the chair.
How often do you take
You're
these
stressing
off?
me out, man.
Pretty much never.
Okay.
They're supposed to stay on. Actually, it messes it up when they. Yeah, I don't know. I just made that up.
So first question down, Joey King. We all
Joey
feel pretty
King.
good about that.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about Joey King.
Right,
We're
right,
pro
right.
Joey King podcast.
She's in a new movie with Zac Efron. I saw. I didn't see the movie. I watched
Should we rename this the Joey King podcast?
the JK podcast.
JK.
Wait a minute. That's probably right.
That's definitely taken.
Just kidding.
But
Yeah.
I'm
if we
joking.
if we actually name it the Joey King podcast,
You're not naming it that.
let's see if it exists.
We probably get a cease and desist.
Yeah.
She'll be like, please don't use my name.
Well, no, it's
Three-
like
Keep my name
Three
out of your
yokels.
effing
she
mouth.
can't
Right.
have the only. She's not the only person named Joey King.
Right. That's true.
Well, I don't know about that. Have you met another Joey King?
Joey King podcast.
I have not.
Joey King on why everyone should watch Seinfeld.
This is great. This is great content. Uh-oh.
And
We have a comment in the chat.
and what her first drink order is. Hello, is this the
cooking
show?
Yes, it is actually.
This is the cooking show.
Where we
Yeah,
cook
thank you
up
for
hot
doing
topics.
We cook with our takes.
Why are you guys? You look so disgusted. Like
Yeah, this is
My-
actually in front of a live studio audience.
Yeah,
my wife is on the
Um,
couch next to me,
my wife.
making fun of me for doing a podcast.
so many people have wives. Let's talk
Just-
about it.
Just another
Just
couple of white guys who
just
want to do a
another couple of white guys
podcast.
doing a
You know?
podcast.
Yeah.
That's what the world needs.
Well, we do know. So yeah, the cooking show. It starts in a couple minutes. We just like to do some intros first. but
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
cooking up. We're cooking up something
Hot
fire.
topics. Oh,
Yeah, some hot topics. What do you think about Joey King? No? All right, let's move on.
yeah.
She's gotten too much credit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've talked about Joey King.
Although she is the genius of her generation.
this is the
but
JK
continue.
podcast, though, now,
We'll
so.
just keep going. She has some hot takes,
Does she really?
like Seinfeld being a good show.
Seinfeld is a good show, though.
I know, I like it.
Seinfeld's pretty good. What do you think Seinfeld would be like if instead of like Jerry Seinfeld?
Like if it came out today.
You know, no, not if it came out today, but like this Seinfeld's the show, right? But instead of Jerry Seinfeld playing the lead, they replace him with Air Bud. Do you think that would still have been?
Oh, it'd be
popular?
way. It'd be
Do you
way.
think that would have been good?
It'd be way better.
Yeah,
You know, Air Bud's like
he's a
Who
better
doesn't love a golden retriever?
he's a better actor than
A
Jerry
bunch of-
Seinfeld.
I
the
mean-
actor Air Bud.
He's a better actor
I
than
don't
Jerry
know.
Seinfeld.
I don't know his or her real name, but is dead. So
You
I
really
mean, it
gonna
was
go there
over-
right now?
it was over 20 years ago. So I'm just saying that dog's gone. But the Air Buddies with the little dogs. I mean, that came out a while ago too. So I'm sure those dogs.
God.
I mean, we can look it up if you guys want, but
Yeah, we're gonna fact check. you.
Welcome to the Joey King and Dead Dog podcast.
no, it just happened to come up, the dead dog thing.
Yeah.
No, I tried some really bad bit about Air Bud playing Jerry Seinfeld, and then Matt had to be like, "Well, that dog's dead."
Died in his sleep on February 10th, 1998.
Wait, that's my birthday. I wasn't born yet, but that is my birthday, February 10th.
1998.
Yeah.
You were born.
Oh, I was. I thought you said 1988.
Dude, you know what Air Bud's real name was?
Buddy.
Yeah.
His name was Buddy. Also, the guy who found him was named Kevin DiCiccio. He's like some sweaty Italian wop.
Not seeing Kevin DiCiccio. Oh yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
Discovered
You
by
like to
Kevin
call people
DiCiccio
sweaty.
in 1989.
It's fun.
Wait, so he was like kind of a ripe old age when they started doing the.
Yeah. You know, they
Air
used
Bud.
to they found that like
I guess he needed years to practice.
yeah
Right.
they used to put Vaseline on the basketball so he couldn't like grab it,
So
so
he
it would
couldn't,
bounce more. the
like
basketball.
actually be
Yeah.
too good at basketball.
Yeah.
Known for his basketball skills, but he could also stop soccer and hockey goals. Dude, I'm saying if I lost to a dog when I was a kid, I'd probably give up sports. They retired his jersey, as you should.
Who, the Charlotte Hornets?
The the Charlotte
The
Hornets
Charlotte Hornets retired his
retired
numbers.
Air
Yeah.
Bud's jersey.
Only
Athletic
jersey they have
canines.
retired. Actually.
This came out in 1998. This article.
That and MJ's.
That and
Not
MJ.
for owning a team.
Michael Jordan and Air Bud.
I don't know. I'm sick of talking about the dog.
Yeah, we should probably shift gears.
Yeah.
Let's change
so,
topic. Let's talk about something good. Let's talk about the thing that happened yesterday.
I don't know. You
And by
got
that I mean the death.
the
of Richard
escape room we
Simmons.
went to. Oh,
Yeah, the escape room we went to is pretty
death
cool.
of Air Bud. No,
Shut up.
no. We're off.
Stop talking about Air Bud.
Look, it's on my mind.
can you?
You can
Yeah,
tell,
yeah, I know.
You can tell Matt's nervous because he keeps taking the things
Right.
off. Of
I'm not nervous. I'm just
You're fidgeting
fidgeting
a lot.
Yeah,
You're fidgeting.
I fidget. Anyone fidgets. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, were we not
Well,
entertaining?
our
you?
audience, our live audience, just
We're
got cut
losing
in half,
members.
so-
We've lost half of our audience
We've
so
lost-
far.
It's not going well.
Do you know the person who said is this?
No, I have no idea.
Oh,
I don't
that's-
think they're here anymore. Also,
So that's very funny.
Did they figure out we weren't the
They
cookie?
said hello. Remember that? What was that? That was like an episode of SpongeBob. And I'm not just going to talk about SpongeBob on the podcast. That's stupid.
Oh,
But
why not? I can cut all this out.
that's
It
true.
doesn't
That's
matter.
true. So
I won't, but I can.
You can. Maybe cut out all the times they took the arms off of the chair too.
yeah, we'll cut around that.
Yeah.
I did that in post.
Make it look like you weren't nervous and fidgeting a bunch.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's just keep going.
Yeah. So, you guys want to call it?
We could edit that.
Yeah,
long
there's
pause
probably
out.
some usable moments in that. There's a few good. There's
Yeah.
a few nuggets in this.
Make it
I
quick.
think we'll make
Clip
it
out
work.
of that.
Yeah.
So the way that I've been doing this, and by that I mean I've done this like 2 times, where I've like tried
Sure.
to come up with questions beforehand, and we don't just like talk about random crap the entire time.
Sure.
So I kind of start with like semi-serious topics, and then we just, it's snowballs.
Mhm.
Matt ends up talking about random celebrities. and
Joey King.
We just let him
Air
go.
Bud.
We just let him go.
Just let me have my time, my
Um,
moments.
so if you're just tuning into this podcast for the first time, you're probably
if you're just joining us.
we are all former
Employees.
employees of Joey King. No,
And we have some dirt on her that we're finally telling all.
She's a
you
nice-
guys won't believe what
She's
Matt
a
has to
nice
say.
woman.
Joey King
So stay tuned.
hates Air Bud.
She's washed,
Certified.
certified washed. So we're all friends from college.
True.
I guess you could say. I mean,
Yeah.
Are you and Jake friends?
I don't know.
I mean,
No, not
We were
really.
roommates, but I wouldn't say we were roommates, you know? We're not like close.
I wouldn't say that either.
What's up?
I wouldn't say
Thanks,
that.
man.
No, it's funny. Matt and I met
Hmm.
in a college dorm in a random college dorm while we were playing Call of Duty in our like RA's room.
And it was love at first
It was
sight.
love at first sight.
Did you just...
What?
Did you just name drop?
Wait, I really like to do that. Edit that out. We can beep that later. Beep
yeah,
that- beep
I'm
that
sure
shit.
we've
No.
done it probably like 15 times
done
at this
some
point.
People don't. Yeah, people don't know who we.
If you
like, we're
went
talking.
and looked into some of these videos, you could
Yours-
find out where I live pretty easily. Because we said...
No, you-
I'm
no,
not
you
going to
couldn't.
say it now. Okay.
You could not
Just
figure
give your
it
full address.
Okay, yeah.
Give your full address, social security.
Well, I said I was near the Popeyes.
Don't say it
and
again.
the-
Yeah, there's a Popeyes and
Matt
a
lives
little
behind the
Caesars.
Wawa down the street.
So,
Well, I was a booming business. I wouldn't mind being a part of one. So that's all I'm gonna
yeah,
say.
he's trying to invest actually. So if anybody out there,
Matt keeps
Everybody's
Matt
out there.
approaches many of his friends with this business opportunity.
Chris, you're not the
He calls
first person I've asked if they wanted to open up a Wawa with me.
He calls it a
He didn't
quote
have to say
unquote
that.
business opportunity and asks, "Could we
Everybody,
open a Wawa together?"
every man asks this at least once in their life. Dude, like we should open.
We should
a
open a Wawa.
And
we should open a Papa John's.
yeah, just don't really like kind of the history behind Papa John's. You know.
Right. Well, that's why it would be cheaper.
Right, it would be cheaper because people get they're known to people would give birth in Papa John's
What?
and the racist stuff.
What?
Just both of those.
What? What?
He's referencing a Vine.
Vine that probably I think only nobody has seen that Vine.
Yeah.
Because I quote that Vine all the time and nobody knows what I'm talking about. It's a Gabriel Gundecker Vine.
Oh yeah.
Not born in a Papa John's one, but nobody ever gets it.
Yeah.
I feel like there were a lot of good Vines.
Gets a joke like a quarter of the time. Gets a laugh.
Ooh.
A goof.
Gets a laugh a quarter of the time.
Oof, you biffed it. You biffed it.
I just haven't been fidgeting. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's been kind of nice actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I was leading up to a few minutes ago, we're all friends from college. So one of my questions was going to be, how do you think you've changed since college?
Oh God, what? Oh, yeah, that's good. Okay.
Oh, look at that. Cheap viewers at /ban0_Bobby.
Okay, click that.
Let's do that. Let's get some cheap followers.
The first word there is cult. Cult.ly. Yeah, okay.
That is cut.
Cut. Yes. What I do.
Join the
read
cult.ly.
Ban Bobby. Unrecognized command. Oh, we didn't mean that. Hey, Bobby. Bobby, how you been?
Bobby boy. Baba Booey.
Baba Booey?
Baba Booey.
I'm having a
All
good
right.
time.
Bye, Bobby.
Love you. Oh,
Well, now that we've banned Bobby from the
Yeah,
show,
we can get back to our
we can
cooking
get back to our
show.
cooking show.
yes.
Hello, is this the cooking show?
Yes. Where we cook up hot dogs. Anyway,
Every podcast we do from now on, we start it that way. Hello, welcome to our cooking show.
where we cook up hot dogs.
We
The
never cook
cooking
anyway.
podcast.
I like it. I like that.
It's pretty good, I think.
okay.
Call it the cooking show. We
Just
never
remember-
cook.
remember
Right.
that
We just play video games.
and
Right.
cook up. So, Chris, you were going to answer that question?
I love when Matt stops himself. Anyway,
No, actually, I thought we would go to Jake first.
Jake.
okay, we'll go to me.
How
How do you
changed
think you
since
changed since college?
How have I changed since college? I was an erotic weirdo in college.
Yeah.
I was weird in college.
That's true.
No,
I really was.
changed.
You guys can testify to that. It was weird.
Okay.
I would in front of.
Did you say
Court of law.
erotic or neurotic?
I said both. I said both. No, I was an erotic weirdo in college. It was weird. I got better, but like freshman year was weird.
Yeah.
Freshman year was weird.
Yeah.
I mean,
Everybody-
it's weird for everyone. I
was
feel
weird,
like it's weird for everyone.
Yeah. It's such an
Um,
adjustment.
It really is. I guess it's probably just by virtue of being older. But like I'm not I feel like I used to like just get so mad about little things. Again, this feels like therapy, but
you know?
now it's like now that
And how does that
let's
make
get-
you feel,
Let's get into the real topics here. No, I just used to like Matt, jump in, you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, dude. Yeah, you were an animal
I was an
back
animal in
then,
college,
dude.
bro. I actually kinda was, but
No.
kinda was, bro.
How have I changed
changed
since
since college,
college?
man?
Not much has changed about me, I would say. I haven't grown up.
Nothing has changed. He is the same.
Did you just come up with this?
Preach.
That's pretty good.
Preach.
You could like throw that into a song. I'll run it by John Bellion and see what he thinks.
We might have something here.
Did we? We just came up with that, right?
Chad, did we just come up with that? Changed from college. Just lost my charisma, I would say. It's gone. Is it charisma?
It's charisma.
It's charisma.
I know it's charisma, okay? Gosh,
Riz?
I went to a prestigious school.
You have no Riz now?
Now I just have like no Riz. I have no skibbity Riz these days. And
You've lost your Sigma grind set.
I lost my Sigma mindset.
I got a question. Did any of you feel like you just didn't know what the heck you were doing in college at all?
No, I was.
Oh yeah, I think everybody.
I was
like,
pretty.
I felt that way like pretty much the entire time. I distinctly remember.
Still don't know what I'm doing.
I came to a conclusion. I remember. I think it was like my junior year. I was like in class, and I was like, I don't think I've actually learned anything. And this is my third year at school.
I definitely learned everything up for my job, not in school, but after school.
No, fully. I like yes, 100%.
Right.
I was like, what if I could? Yeah, no,
I think
I'm so aimless.
the way they like set college up is kind of dumb, in my opinion.
No, you're fully right.
Like they should like kind of set that stuff up in like high school
Yeah.
or middle school, even like maybe not like lock you in, but like
I
give you some career paths to explore, maybe instead of it's just like, oh, so you go to this college now and you have 500 degrees to choose from.
That is true, because it's like let's say I picked the degree that I picked.
The Liberty people will like that one.
I really like that one.
We lost both our viewers.
Both our viewers.
They're gone.
I got a degree in IT because I was like, oh yeah, that's what I'll do. But then like once you're in like junior year, you're not gonna switch it, right? It's like, oh man, I really want to do.
It was a bad idea.
Yeah, I guess you can switch it, but you can't switch it again. So it's like, I mean, you can keep switching it, but at some point you're like, okay.
There's no limit on how many times you can switch.
I know, but it's
They'll gladly take as much money as you'll let them give
that's
you.
true. That's true. Just forget it.
Yeah,
You will run out of government money though.
Yeah,
After,
they'll stop
like
giving you
6
that
years
after a while.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
No. True. Especially now that I guess you could go back to school, but like I don't think I want to do that. But like I graduated, I'm like I got this degree. This is what I have to do now. I can't like be a teacher. Well, I guess I don't know. Maybe I could. I think I'm just.
You can really kind of
contradicting.
Once you have
whatever.
a degree, it doesn't really matter.
It really doesn't.
Yeah.
My degree's in like interdisciplinary studies. It doesn't mean anything. I just have a degree.
Yeah, I mean, some like teachers,
Some places
you have to get like
matters.
licenses and stuff like that.
Right.
So that would probably be a problem.
Yeah.
But like,
other than that, I mean, like if you wanted to start working in insurance, like I do right now,
Yeah.
you probably could switch pretty easily. So
All right, I'll do it.
Matt, the insurance salesman.
Are you guys hiring? Oh, it's official.
yeah, you got the job.
Nice.
Welcome to the insurance podcast.
Now we're going to talk about Just Insurance.
Just insurance?
Just insurance.
Just insurance?
You guys ever met
I've
him?
never met him.
But yeah, the reason I asked that, I don't know. I feel like I've changed a decent bit since college. I mean,
Sure.
personality wise and stuff like that probably hadn't really changed a whole lot. But I mean, I don't know. It's like your brain's not like fully developed until you're like 25 or whatever, right?
yeah.
So I just feel like I was an idiot back then, you know? I mean, and now I'm still an idiot. So I guess maybe not that much
You didn't
changed.
change
but-
that.
I feel like
Yeah.
I was like an idiot in college, and I'm still an idiot now, but I'm like more aware of
Yeah.
myself. And it's like
Yeah.
it's very, I don't know. It's one of those things you don't realize I'm not aware of. I don't know. But speaking from my experience, guys,
Yeah.
you're not fully aware of yourself at all.
Yeah.
It kind of takes a while. You're definitely just a child in college, which
For
is
sure.
crazy because it's like I still live in like the town where we went to college at, and so it's like I see like the new people that come in every year, and it's like these look like high schoolers. And it's like that was me. That was me. I was a child, but now I'm not anymore.
Seeing college kids now, they look so young. And it's like, okay, I guess I've grown because I don't
Yeah, I'm old.
look
We're
like
old.
these guys or act like
We're
these.
old.
Yeah.
You guys trying to go back?
Cool.
I might switch majors actually.
Yeah, I might.
Can I do that? Post graduation,
Post
you need to
grad, switch majors.
Yeah,
Well,
all
we
you gotta
could-
do is just take the capstone.
or just talk to your
Right.
advisor.
Yeah, I should do that.
They would really appreciate
My
it.
advisor did not give a rip about me at our school.
In a rep up.
And a rip about me in our school. So I was like, he was also one of my teachers was my advisor, and he's like, oh, I'm so busy like all the time, and I'm like, okay, I thought schools were supposed to hire like advisors for just advising, but he was also a professor, so I was like, okay. He's like, yeah, I guess you have to take these classes next. I'm like, yeah, so I'll be on.
Yes.
I'm like, I'll be good. Like, I'll be on track if I take these, right? And he's like, it looks like that. And I'm like,
I'm gonna say something. I think that might be. I think every advisor at our school is that way.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Well, my freshman year advisor was great.
Sure.
And then I switched from, what was I? I think I had like...
You were like business something, right?
I was, yeah, and then I switched to just IT.
Right.
Oh yeah, I remember when you did that.
And I had taken, luckily they were pretty similar majors, except, yeah, but my business, they were like, oh yeah, this is what you need to do. I can get you locked in for these, and we could like write these down. And then I switched, and they had no idea what was going on. So
I had to call my advisor, not fairly recently. This was last year because I finished my degree last year. But I had to call my advisor, and it was literally just like someone's grandmother on the other line, and I could hear her typing into her keyboard, and like you tell like from the sound of it that it's just like one of those old plastic 1990s keyboards.
yeah.
And like you could hear her scroll on the like her mouse, and you could just hear like the. I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
great! This woman is holding my academic career in her hands, and she's like doing it on Windows DOS. She's like a DOS computer.
Yeah.
But I think I've changed where this is weird. I feel like I want to learn more now than I did when I was in college.
I get that.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, oh, I feel like I can learn it easier, or maybe I just wasn't really trying in college.
Yeah.
Or I'm like, this isn't as hard as I thought. Why was I like not learning this as easily when I was in college? So
This is actually a great segue to my next question.
Oh.
I'm gonna get there in a roundabout way, but
nice. Sorry.
I
don't think I've ever said roundabout like without. Okay, yeah, that was good.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
And
We'll
not smart.
leave that one in for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like for me, it's like that's kind of where I'm at. It's like I care more about like learning or like doing stuff than I did 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Or maybe not 10 years ago, but like
Jeez, well, relax. With the
when I graduated,
Yeah.
But my follow-up question is, I feel like I have a really, really difficult time sticking with ideas.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I mean, this podcast is a great example.
Right.
It's like, I don't know. It's just so easy to
Yeah.
get out of the rhythm of doing something, or like, so I've had various points in time where I wanted to start like learning coding
Yeah.
because I wanted to like do some like very, very simple like video game design type of stuff.
Mm-hmm. I saw like Visual Studio Code on your computer. So,
Yeah, I haven't used that in over a year. But yeah, I mean, like last year I like started learning how to do like pixel art and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I remember you showing
It was
me
actually
that,
a lot of fun.
where you got him to move. Right?
Yeah,
All the
yeah. In like the Unity engine, so that was cool.
Unity. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the one? Unreal Engine. That's like the more.
It's more like 3D
Yeah,
type of stuff normally. Or like I know I told Dan this. I think me and him did like it was like just us on a podcast a while ago. Like I wanted to start writing a book.
Yeah.
Just because that seemed like it would be like I wanted to write a story so that I could then convert it into a video game.
Yeah.
Both be like standalone things or maybe just like do some world building, stuff like that. And it's like I went hard on that idea for like a week and did like so much world building and started writing, and then it's like I was like in the middle of moving, so I just stopped.
Oh.
It's been like 3 months, haven't touched it at all.
Yeah, it's really hard to get back into like the groove of things if you're like a big life event like that, like especially moving, it's so hard to just kind of get back into the rhythms of like, it's like
you're recreating like
you literally
routines and stuff.
literally yeah,
everything
it's like everything
Yeah.
changes, and it's very like
Yeah.
even simple things like that, it's just like you've got so much going on that's like I don't have time to do that. But I definitely
Yeah.
I kind of went through the same thing where like I think mainly before I guess I got I don't know, I would like jump from like kind of creative project to creative project. Like I had a like back in 2023 or 2022, I don't remember now, it's been a long time, but I'm like really into like doing graphic design, and I was really into
Yeah.
that for a while. I was like, okay, maybe I'll pivot into being a graphic designer, and I just like kind of like
Well, you did
dropped that altogether.
Now We're Talking.
That's
Yeah,
true. I did
that's
that, and I
good.
still do it. So like I do it literally. I do it for my job at times,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
the relationship I have with it now is so different from what it was, because I was
Right.
like purely like creative, like just more like artistic kind of stuff, and now it's like I don't even really think that way anymore. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
But-
so I watched a YouTube video recently, and it's somewhat correlated, somewhat not. It's like I feel like there's just like a huge thing with people who play like video games that they just like never finish them, or like they'll like start them and never go back to it,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
Like
everybody talks
making
about
one or playing?
no, like playing.
Yeah, I do that with so many
It's
games.
like so everybody has
It's
this like
ridiculous.
massive backlog. It's like I have like tons and tons of games that I want to
Did you-
play one day.
Sorry, did you see the thing about, or you
You're
may have
forgiven.
sent it, but it was like Steam. Steam, it was like
Yeah,
billions of dollars worth of games go unplayed, like when people buy
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
I saw that. I don't think we were in a group chat
Oh, okay.
about that or anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of crazy.
Out of its mind.
But yeah. So yeah, I watched a YouTube video. Of,
Oh
Should I
my
see him?
gosh,
Cut
cut
that.
it. Cut it out.
sorry, folks.
so I watched a YouTube video, and I think that some of the ideas it had in it were applicable to other things. So it talked about how there's like an interruption event. It's like you're really into something, and it's like in your short-term memory.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you stop doing something, it goes into like long-term memory.
Yeah.
So it's like you view something differently. Like you may view it fondly, but it's like if I was to like pick up and play some random game that I haven't played in 6 months, it's like I'm gonna have to relearn all the mechanics, even though I remember
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
maybe the art style and characters and stuff.
Yeah.
So two of the ideas that I thought were pretty helpful. One was commit to doing something for just 2 minutes. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna play this game for 2 minutes. Like I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna give it my attention.
Yeah.
And then it's like normally it's like it's a lot easier to get back into things when you just like
Oh, so it's like
it's like not a huge commitment.
don't
you know?
jump into things head on.
Yeah, it's like I'm just gonna give this 2 minutes, and if it goes well, maybe I'll keep going. If not,
Yeah.
set it aside. And then also another thing it was saying was to journal what you do.
I never do that.
Because when you do that, it makes it feel like what you're doing is more significant.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if
Yeah.
you just like do something, it's like you kind of, I don't know, like I feel like if I play, Mario Golf story mode for 20 minutes,
Probably,
like it's
probably sweet.
I'm not really gonna remember anything
Yeah,
because it's just
yeah.
like I don't know. It
I guess,
doesn't
yeah,
matter.
When I
So,
journal, which I don't ever really do it that much, I never write about like what I'm doing during the day.
yeah,
Every time I have the idea to journal, I'm like, it's this weird like flawed logic in my head where it's just like, well, why would I start journaling now? There's so many
yeah.
like other like
Yeah.
important life events that I should have done. It's
It's
like,
like, then you
why do
gotta
I want to
write.
start like writing a journal on like
yeah. But you could
just
like
a random
write.
day? But I guess that's
You could
literally
write
how
down,
you're
like,
supposed to do
You
it.
could write down like
Yeah.
stories too.
That's
from
true.
the past.
That's true.
It's something I like want to do. I would love to just like.
It's literally just my own like flawed internal logic that doesn't
Yeah.
actually make sense.
But don't jump right into it if you want to.
Just commit
Do
it.
it for 2
Just-
minutes.
yeah,
It's
2
2
minutes.
minutes.
See how it goes. Yeah.
That is
Actually-
honestly,
actually,
that's like
yeah.
one of my biggest problems was like if I'll get like passionate about something and I just like bite off way too much like,
Yeah.
from the jump,
Yeah.
and it's like overwhelming, and it's like
Yeah.
and you just drop it completely because it's
Right.
like you tried way too. I did that. Speaking of like how you've changed since college. I feel like that was like my college experience. It's like, because like, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was just like diving into everything, and then immediately getting burnt out from like being overwhelmed, and then never having just being kind of aimless, not really having an end goal in mind, which I still kind of don't. But whatever, it is what it is.
The 2-minute idea the guy said was from a book called Atomic Habits, which is pretty popular book.
I've read it.
Wasn't his original idea.
It reminds me of Atomic Habits.
Yeah.
Side note, there's a funny joke where this guy's like, they're making it's a podcast where they're playing two characters, and he's like, yeah, I've just been reading this book, Atomic Habits, and I'm just loving my life change. Every time I turn the page, I'm like, oh, my life has changed. And then the guy's like, okay, really? Is that the self-help book, though, isn't it? He goes, no, I don't think it is. And he goes, hey, look up self-help book on Google. And he looks up self-help book, and the first one that comes up is Atomic Habits. The guy's like, yeah, but like it's because it hurt us. Or
Right.
That's funny. It is a great book, honestly.
Yeah.
Have you haven't read that one?
No, I want to, though. Yeah. After watching that YouTube video.
Who got that? Someone got that for me. And 12 Rules for Life. Someone got me that one, too. But anyway.
I digest. That's another running joke we have.
Tiffany hates
Matt kept saying, I digest. And so now, like, every time he said it, he would put his hands up. So I'm like, is he digesting right now?
I can't take credit for that one. That was my good pal Owen came up with that one. But I've kind of, like,
just
made it popular, you know?
Yeah. Right. Like, you've normalized it.
I'm the guy who says the joke louder than the other guy and gets more laughs. That's what.
That's your personality. That's you.
That's just what I do.
That's you.
I'm proud of that.
That's awesome, man.
But anyway,
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, me too.
Fair enough.
But I digest. I feel like I kind of want to take this whole like journaling thing. Like maybe I'm gonna, do exactly what I'm trying not to do and dive in too deep. But I kind of like, from what I've like read and stuff, like journaling makes your life feel like it's going by slower.
Yeah,
because you're like giving significance.
I need that
to every day. Where it's like, if I think about what I did last Saturday, I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah,
But it's like if I'm writing it down, I'm probably gonna remember it a little bit better.
When I was in school, I wanted time to fly by because, especially the first couple of years, because I didn't really. First 2 years, I would say, I wasn't really friends with you and like Dan and Jake or Brian or like anybody or Zach, and I remember being like, I want time to fly by, and now I'm like, time is going by so fast. What can I do to slow it down? So maybe that is a good thing. But I've been like, I just need to do more. Maybe it'll feel like it's.
I think that like. Unique experiences also.
Yeah.
Because you're like more present. Where it's like if you like, you go to work the same way, you eat the same food,
coming to bed, honey.
Yeah.
Yes, dear. That's SpongeBob thing.
Second SpongeBob reference of the episode.
Yep. Plenty more where that came from.
Yeah, I definitely don't journal, which
neither do I.
I have had to at the job that I have started this year. I've had to like physically track, like I have a physical calendar, and I like that more than like like having like a digital like Outlook calendar, which we have used for a job. But I actually feel like I'll echo that. Like time feels like it's going fast. I feel like the more I keep track of like what I'm doing throughout like a week and a day, I feel like time flies by.
Really?
Because it's like I'm keeping track of like individual days, and it's like I have to do this, this, and this, and so it's like I almost feel like, and this is just like a personal thing, like how you perceive time is fully like subjective to your own experience, but it's the opposite from my last job where like it was just kind of not as structured out, and so it would feel like months would last forever. Now I look up and it's like, oh, that year is half gone. It's July.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's wild.
Oh my god,
time's flying.
Can you guys believe it's July already?
It's already
July already.
I mean, I went on that cruise the first week of January, like on New Year's Day. I went on that cruise. That cruise feels like maybe 2 months ago. Like,
I know.
It's wild.
I like think back to things I did this year, and I was like, that wasn't that long ago. And I'm looking, I was like, oh my god, that was like 5 months ago.
But I guess
Great story. People are gonna love that.
going into the 2 minutes thing. I journal, and one of my New Year's resolutions was to journal every day.
Me too.
And so,
And I am not doing
I
it.
think that was going head in. And Atomic Habits talks about how not to have little wins, or to actually have little wins. So like, it's like, hey, I did this. It didn't take too much out of me, and I got that done. Like the thing that you want to do every day. One was like brush your teeth and then check off something that you brushed your teeth. Make your bed, check it off that you made your bed. Have little wins, but no, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
I did do that though, because then you look at the. Okay, I don't know how to describe this. I have like six squares on my calendar for each day. Like I draw a big square and draw 6 squares inside of it. And when I have 6 things I want to do every day to get in the habit. And when I'm done doing it, I fill in the square completely.
So brush your teeth and make your bed, or 2 of the 6.
No, that's one each. That's one itself. I have to make my bed and brush my teeth to fill in 1 square.
Okay.
And so then one of it's like reading 20 pages, and then one of it is journaling. One of it was doing an ice plunge, which I do not do anymore. But I don't know. Then you look
it's a
at
nice
it.
thought, though.
Then you look at it on the calendar, and you see like, wow, look at all the days I crushed it. Oh, I did not crush it on here. And,
Wow, I haven't crushed it in months. At this
yeah,
point.
I mean, I stopped doing it after, I don't know, maybe the 6th week of January.
Oh no!
That was a joke.
Dang,
I know,
The
you made it
6th
pretty
week of
far.
January.
I know that's not true.
Why did that take me a second to realize what I was like? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Wait, what? But I think I don't journal because I don't do the 2-minute thing, where I feel like I have to fill the whole page out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. I have to freaking write so much. This is so stupid.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I'm afraid that I'm going to dive too far into it and then just completely fall out of it.
So
But
yeah.
I'd like to do it for books and stuff too, because I have the same problem with books. It's like I'll start a book, read like a quarter of it, and then
Oh yeah.
you go out of town or something like that, and it's hard to pick it back up.
I read that book that I told you about. I was so happy because I never read books growing up, like ever. I spark noted every book project I ever had to do.
Yeah.
And then I read this 1,200 page book last year, and there's 5 books in that series right now, and they're all above that page amount. And I was like so on fire. I'm like, I just freaking finished that book. I bought the second one. I've had the second one now since last August, and I'm only on page 150. So like, yeah,
Yeah.
It'd be
I
that way.
love that.
It'd be that way.
So another thing that video said too is like you journal what you do and then journal like what you're gonna do next.
Yeah.
So that can
I never
be
do
that can be helpful too. It's like, oh, like I just read about XYZ, and then tomorrow I'm gonna read
Yeah.
about what's going on with such and such in the book. Or
And then
something
the
like
next
that. So-
the next entry is like, well, I didn't do what I said I was
well,
gonna do.
it's been a week since I've read the book.
It's been a week and I didn't do
I think it's important to be honest with yourself, though. I think when it comes to things like this, it's very easy to get wrapped up in the idea of what you should be doing. You have this idealized version. It's like, I should be journaling every day.
Yeah.
I should be doing these habits every day. When in reality, it's like we're all humans. Like things happen, things. And I think it's good to allow yourself grace for things like that, and like realize that like missing one day of a habit doesn't mean like the habit's shot. You can like get back into the habit, and then like also just being honest with yourself, like especially like in journaling, it's like, hey, like literally the joke, what we're saying is like, hey, I literally didn't do what I said I was going to do. But it's like keeping track of just like, hey, this is part of the process of being a human being, of being who you are, and all that kind of stuff. So I think self-honesty, especially when it comes to like a reflective process such as journaling, is incredibly important, because you don't want to like you don't want to just write like an idealized version of like you don't want to write only about the good things you do if you're going to do that, because it's important to know that like, you know, like there are days where you don't do as good as you should, or like you didn't get everything done, and that's fine.
You're a screw up.
You're a screw up. You're never going to be better. You're never going to get well. I'm just kidding. But
do you ever reread what you write?
I
Because I personally, I hate it.
Yeah,
hate reading.
I have like old books because I remember I tried the whole I did like a little bit of like journaling thing back when like the COVID lockdowns happened just because like what the heck else were you gonna do? And I like recently went back. I was like doing spring cleaning at my house and I found like those old notebooks and I was like,
My freshman
I'm
year,
losing my mind. Who is this?
freshman year, I journaled, and I know exactly what book it is. It's this this green composition notebook that had a sticker of Chris Griffin on the front of it. and I look at that and I'm like, that needs to be destroyed. That's probably the cringiest stuff ever written in there. Something else I want to say is while you were talking, I giggled for a second. That wasn't anything that you
No,
said.
it's fine.
It was me remembering that I talked about the check marks and Chris said, "Yeah, I'm not doing that." Like that's what I said. So that's what made me laugh a little bit. So thanks, Chris. Bird up, man.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we should call it there.
Yeah, that's good.
It's good
That's
enough,
good.
right?
That's good.
Something. You
We
know?
righted the ship.
It
It's
is-
a whole
it's
little Airbud
probably-
thing. That was a lot. Where are we going?
The actual the first actual topic we've talked about. I feel like that's not music related.
Yeah. Well, so
21
the way
Pilots
we've
related.
done it is we don't really have like a main topic
Sure.
that we're going for. It's
Yeah.
just like
Whatever.
sometimes
we're
we'll
talking
we'll
about.
just like talk like this. Sometimes
Respect.
we'll like watch a YouTube video or something
That's
like
fine.
that.
That's
and
fine.
then
I like that.
just,
I like that it's very
now we're
free
talking.
flowing, kind of like off the cuff.
Like jazz
Yeah,
In a
like
way.
jazz.
In a way, you could say that.
in some ways, right?
Yeah, in more than one way. Yeah,
Fair enough.
What did you say?
fair enough. How about the Fair Enough podcast?
The
What do you
Fair
guys think
Enough
about that?
podcast.
Actually,
That
that's
probably-
not
that's a
bad.
good name.
That
That
might
probably
be on
exists,
brand.
actually.
Fair enough podcast on Spotify. Yep, there it is. These guys look like total dweebs.
So,
5
like-
stars on 9 reviews. We're coming for you, Fair Enough Sports.
Have you guys heard this song? Box Fan White Noise 10 Hours?
I heard it one time.
Listen to it every night. I go
I
to
think
bed.
I heard that at a
It was my most
the other
listened
day.
to song on Spotify
Are you
rap
serious?
last year.
Oh shoot! I might get that this year because I listen to it every night.
You know, here's a fun fact for you guys and for the
I
listening
love
audience.
these. I love these.
Yeah,
If you
this is great.
for real, if you have anything on Spotify that you don't want like in your Wrapped at the end of the year,
Yeah.
you can go on to like the album or whatever, and like there's a little setting click where you can exclude it from your taste profile,
Yeah.
and it won't show up in your year-end reviews for it.
That's not a bad
It's a
idea.
nice
Yeah.
little life hack right there.
It is a nice little life hack.
Because
If you're
I-
vain and you actually care about your Spotify Wrapped, which I do, that's how you do it.
Every year for since it's come out, 21 Pilots has been like my number one, except for last year it was Backseat Lovers, which is an amazing band. I'm always like, man, I have to send this to my friends and they're gonna see again that 21 Pilots is my number one. And I'm like, they're gonna be like, dude, you're getting a little old for this. It would be good to see what other my top 5 are without them up there.
But like,
Can't do it to
it'd
them.
be a pretty big betrayal. You know?
It would. It would. I was
It is kind of
kidding.
messed up to think about though, because like imagine you're the artist and it's like, yeah, I'm actually just gonna exclude this from my taste
Yeah.
profile. I don't want
I
people
don't
knowing that I
want
listen to
people
this.
to know. I mean, I don't care if they know. Obviously, I send it every year, but
Yeah.
I'm like,
I do it so like because one year I didn't do it and like all my Spotify app was like all just like my workout music
Yeah,
because that's what I listen to when I repeat at the gym.
yeah.
And I guess I listen to that the most, but it's not it's not me.
Mhm.
It's
Not
me
who you
personally.
are,
It's not
man.
my
Don't let
app.
that define
Right.
you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let that define me.
Dude.
You're right. You're so right. And on that note,
All right.
This podcast
fist bump for the bros.
Washed.
certified washed.
What do we call the podcast? Washed.
Well, we
Washed?
talked about that actually. The Certified Wash podcast.
Certified
Matt
Wash.
one like time a couple weeks ago just was like, that thing is certified
Certified
washed. So we
Certified
can-
washed is not bad.
It's
Certified
not
washed
bad.
really.
Well, we
is good.
looked it up to see if it was anybody's catchphrase, and it said it
It's
wasn't.
not.
so-
So-
Certified washed. That's pretty good.
Yeah, we could rename.
I guess